All right, guys, how we doing this week? Good, we like thumbs up. Okay, for those of you, if you haven't met me on here before, I'm Dana. I've been doing Beachbody since February. We have a lot of exciting stuff to share with you guys tonight. We just got back from Las Vegas from the Beachbody Coach Summit, and it was absolutely amazing.
Yes.
That should be your goal to get there next year. Next year it's going to be in Nashville, and it's really a priceless experience. So if you can get there, do it. I just wanted to quickly mention, if you guys are just starting out, it's said that it's already sold out for next year, but a way for you guys to get in would be to hit Fast Track or Success Starters. That was how Taryn and I both got our tickets to go this year. You'll get a ticket into the conference completely free. So make sure you're working hard to hit Success Club 10 or to hit Fast Track to Diamond, which would be Diamond within 90 days of starting out. So that's a for sure way for you guys to get into Summit next year. So I just want to briefly make sure that you guys don't have any questions about the vital behaviors. How's everybody doing this week with everything? Thumbs up, thumbs
Up.
down.
Good.
Okay. Well, we'll open it up again at the end if you guys have some questions, but we want to share some things that we learned from the seminars at Summit this week. So starting off, I think I'm going to go with Shakeology. How does that sound, Taryn?
Sounds awesome.
Okay. Shay Sanford is one of the amazing coaches, and Shakeology is her thing, and she is awesome. If you've never heard of her, I'll post her name in the group, and you guys can look up her videos. She will give you a completely different perspective on how to talk about Shakeology, because it's really for everybody. Everybody needs Shakeology. It's not just for people that want to lose weight, or not just for people that, don't have great nutrition. It's something for everybody. So you want to make sure when you're talking about Shakeology, you don't need to know every single ingredient. You don't need to know absolutely everything about it. You need to make sure you know a few things. And her top 3 things to know were: number 1, that it strengthens your immune system; number 2, that it reduces inflammation in the body so that your body can repair and it can heal itself; and number 3, that it regulates your digestive system. So basically the way she explained it was, it's like pipes in your car. Like when you get an oil change, Shakeology is going to go in and it's going to clean you out and get rid of your toxins so that your body can absorb all the nutrients that you're getting from Shakeology. So I think that's just a really cool way to explain why it's so awesome for anybody. The other things she mentioned were, you need to make sure that people know that Shakeology is not a protein shake. There's a ton of shakes like that on the market, and there is nothing that compares to Shakeology. It's not just protein. It's a healthy meal replacement shake. And it's just an easy way for anybody to get nutrition. So Shakeology is 100% natural. There's no soy products or byproducts in it like you see in a lot of things that are on the market. There's no artificial flavors, and there's no artificial sweeteners, which can all hinder weight loss. And a lot of people don't know that. So basically there's no garbage in it. That's what you need to make sure people know. And then a good way, if you're having issues with people with the price, they're saying it's too expensive, you need to ask them what they typically think they spend on a healthy meal. So if you're going out to a restaurant and you're getting a salad for lunch, you're going to be spending anywhere from $6 to $12. They need to see the value in Shakeology, that they can get a healthy meal if they're on discount for about $3 a day. And that's pretty amazing when you break it down like that. And just that, it comes right to your door and it's 30 servings. So you can deduct that from your grocery bill, and you don't have to buy all those groceries for whatever meal you're replacing. So it just makes it a little more doable for a lot of people. Let me see. Also to share your personal experience and your personal story with Shakeology. And if you're just starting out, that's fine. You'll see as you go what a difference you'll feel. But I always make sure to tell people how within 5 days I noticed a huge difference in my energy levels. People want to hear your personal stories or stories of your friends or your family. And if you don't have any, you can go into the success stories in your Coach Online office and you can find success stories about people, you know, getting rid of migraines or reducing their issues with diabetes or their cholesterol. And that's another awesome thing we learned at Summit. Shakeology is now, you can say that it is clinically proven to reduce, which is huge. Now we can say Shakeology is clinically proven to reduce, what is it, Taryn?
It reduces cholesterol. It reduces your blood sugar.
Yes.
It's clinically proven for you to lose weight. It's awesome.
So that's huge because a lot of people need to hear things like that before they can actually believe in them. So you can say that now. Also, she mentioned the top 5 videos for when you're sharing about Shakeology, and I'll post those in the page as well. I'm not going to read them off now because I'll probably go too fast for you to write them down anyways. But those will be part of your third-party tools, and those are what you want to share with people to explain what Shakeology is without actually having to explain it yourself. And Taryn, do you want to talk about what she said about challenge packs?
Yes, because I feel like I made a big boo-boo with you guys. Last time we talked about challenge packs, I have always said, and this was a huge aha moment for me at Summit, I always said, you know, when you're selling the challenge pack, tell people that they're getting Shakeology at a discounted price. And that's not what you want to do. So forget I said that. And you always want to tell people that they are actually getting the Shakeology, but they're getting the world-class fitness program at a discounted price. You don't ever want to devalue Shakeology. Shakeology is something, like Dana said, that every single person in this world could use. Most people also, like Dana said, say, oh, well, I drink a protein shake. But people just drink that because they think they're supposed to drink a protein shake because that's what they see everybody else doing, when really most people are not protein deficient. Most people are nutrient deficient or vitamin deficient, and that's why Shakeology is so good for everybody. Even for somebody who's fit and healthy and in shape, it's still beneficial because they can drink it as prevention. Prevention for...
What was that?
Prevention for cholesterol. Just make sure you mute yourselves, guys. Prevention for diabetes, prevention for, you know, it just promotes overall good health. So it's so important to keep the value on Shakeology. And if somebody is saying they don't want the Shakeology, they just want the fitness program, everything we just said, you can have that in your back pocket now to tell people, listen, this is clinically proven. You are going to get the best results from your program when you use it with Shakeology and healthy eating. So once you say that, hopefully they'll see the light in it. And it's definitely, Shay Sanford totally changed my whole way of approaching it now. And I look at it like, so it's so much more of a valuable product that we have to, you know, to use to get people healthy. So I just needed to clear that up.
Okay. The other thing that's really awesome that we just found out about is that there's going to be a customer follow-up tracker, which I think is awesome because it's very hard, especially when you're starting to grow, to keep track of all your customers. And just to do it by hand, you know, to make sure you're checking in with people once, twice a week to see how they're doing if they're not in a challenge group. So there's going to be a tracker that just, you know, basically you can slot people in saying you want to reach out to them as soon as they get it. You want to follow up within 3 days and ask them how they liked it. You know, want to follow up after a week to a week and a half to see if they're noticing a difference in how they're feeling with Shakeology and just, you know, the benefits of it. And that's how you're going to create customers that want to stay on this long term. They need to see the value of it and how it changes things for them. So whenever we find out that that's up, we will share it with you guys because that will be awesome, an awesome tool to use.
And you always want to make sure that people are using it every day. A lot of people will be like, oh, I don't want to go on home direct because I have some left over. And they shouldn't have any left over. It should be that bag on the 29th day should be empty. It should be gone. I know mine always is.
Yes.
And I can't wait till I get it. So make sure that you are following up and tell them the importance of drinking it every day, because that is when they'll see the best results. It needs to be every day.
Well, it needs to be consistent.
Consistent, yes.
If people aren't drinking it every day, they may not feel the effects of it. They may not feel the reducing in cravings or, you know, the upping of their energy. I actually have a guy that wrote me tonight that's been doing T25 for 2 months, and I check in with him weekly, but he never told me that he wasn't drinking his shake every day. And he said today, I have way too much of it. So we have to freeze his account until he catches up with it. But you don't want that to happen. So Let me be an example, because even though I'd been checking in with him, I didn't specifically ask if he's drinking it every day. So you need to make sure that that's something you're talking to your people about.
Definitely.
Yeah. And then I just wanted to go over really quickly about turning your customers into coaches. We briefly touched on that last week, but I learned a lot about that this week. That when you start your challenge groups, you're going to want to formulate a questionnaire to come up with all the participants, and you're going to shoot them a quick email that says things like, and this is her words, this is not mine. She said, can I stalk you if you fall off? Meaning you are going to write your people and say, if I see them not being active and I see you not posting and I see you not participating, is it okay for me to find you and see if you've fallen off track? And she said 95% of the time people will say, yes, please do that. I want to make sure that I don't fall off track, and I need you to hold me accountable. So if you get that out of the way in the get-go, you know, if you're 2 weeks in and you see somebody kind of falling off, you've already had permission for them to write them and say, hey, you know, what's going on? And I think that's awesome, because I've seen that in my T25 group. We have over 90 people, and a lot of people have fallen off. So now that I know that, it's definitely something I'll implement. And also, if you're going to be running challenge groups with other people, to come up with a plan of how you're going to share a posting schedule. Like, I'm going to post Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and you post Tuesday, Thursday, Saturdays. That way you break up the workload of it, and it makes it easier. And it's also just giving everybody a different perspective versus just you being the one that posts. And then you want to open up your challenge groups a couple days before they're going to start, and you want to get everybody ready for it. So you kind of want to, write what you're going to expect of them in the group, and you just want to get them hyped up and get them excited for it, so that you're not actually just creating it and starting it the day that it opens. And also to get out of your comfort zone and create a welcome video to the challenge group and just say, hey, this is our 21-day fix group, and we're excited to work with you the next 3 weeks and see what kind of results we can get you. We're here, and say that this is a no judgment zone and this is a no negativity zone, because you want to make sure that that's clear, that people know that there's nobody in there judging them, because you want people to openly be honest and share what's going on with them on their journey. So I have a lot more I could go into with that. If you're curious and you want some more information on that, you can personally let me know. So do you want to talk about what you wanted to talk about now, Taryn?
Yes. One thing that I really took away from Summit was basically, are you looking at this like a business or like a hobby? Because either way, whatever works for each person is fine. But assuming that most of you in this group have decided you want to sort of take this business to the next level for yourself. You're in here and you're committed to 30 days of learning all of this information, and you want to take your business a step further. So to do that, you need to have a set of your no matter what's. And that's what really stuck with me. You need to have things that you'll do every day, no matter what, because we're all busy. We all have 1,000 other things that we could be doing with our time, but you're doing this for a reason. So remember why you're doing it, and always do your no matter what. So maybe it could be your no matter what's are you have to, send 3 Facebook invites every day, or you need to hit Success Club every month. So even on the last day of the month, you haven't hit it yet, you are going to, no matter what, reach out and find 3 people that you can help and hit Success Club that month. Or if it's personal development, no matter what, no matter how much time you have, lost in your day, even if you're exhausted before you go to bed, pick up that book and read for 10 minutes. Pop the CD in your car and listen to it on your ride to work. Make your no matter what's and figure out what those are. They're going to be different for all of you, but have them and have those be what pushes you and keeps you on track. And, take 4 things off your bat and say, all right, these are the things that I'm going to do every day. And that is going to help you with your consistency, and it's going to help you build your business. And that's what this is. It doesn't have to be a hobby. It can be for some people, and that's perfectly fine. But if you want it to be a business, you have to set those goals for yourself and just do those things every day, no matter what. And another thing that's super important is Super Saturday is coming up this weekend, either Super Saturday or Super Sunday. It's different depending on where you live. I think you can go into your Coach Online office and find a list of locations near you that you can go. Get to the events. I know me and Dana can speak. We last minute decided to go to Summit. It was a huge sacrifice for both of us to go and do that and go to Vegas and leave our babies for 4 days. But it was, I'm sure we will agree, the best thing that we could have done. We learned so much. So just think, just being in a room for 6 hours with, say, 50 to 200 other Beachbody coaches, multiply that by like a gazillion, and that's what Summit's like. But go to Super Saturday. You'll get that same vibe, and the energy will be huge because everybody's just coming off of Summit. So you'll learn so much. So make sure, go on and look. It usually only costs like $10 to $15 to go. You can bring friends with you. You can bring guests with you, somebody who might want to be a coach as well, who's thinking about it. It's a great chance to bring somebody and give them a taste of what Beachbody is all about. So try to do that. Check and see Saturday or Sunday this weekend. So yeah, that's it for that.
Okay. Yeah, that's really important to get to those events. I don't know if you guys were on the Monday morning wake up call today, but it was Christina Delgado was talking. She's very influential coach in this company, and she said it as, you need to put some skin in the game. Like, you can be behind your computer, you can be doing all these things behind the scenes, but you need to get out there and you need to meet people and you need to experience this in person. So definitely find out where that is local to you, and don't take no for an answer. Make sure you get there. I can
no
tell
matter
you,
what.
Yeah, the first one that I went to, I had no idea what I was in for, and I was terrified, but it ended up being absolutely amazing. And ended up that it was led by Allie Upham, who is one of the elite coaches, and I had no clue who she was when I went. And now she's the person I go to certifications with. And it's just awesome because you never know who you're going to meet. And you want to, you want to make a name for yourself, and you want to meet these people, and you want to network and make connections. And you might also meet coaches that are local to your area. So definitely try and get to one of those events. So I think we will open it up for questions for you guys. I just want to say to make sure you're uploading your bat. I see a lot of you uploading it, and I know that there's a lot more people in the group than what's being uploaded. I don't have any way to know who is and who's not, except I try to go through and look at them when you guys do post. But like I said before, there is areas that you need to work on. They're different than everybody else, but make that your focus to go through on Sunday nights and, take 20 minutes to prep yourself for the week and figure out what you really need to work on and just kind of refresh yourself, because that's really important to kick off Mondays strong. Yep. If you don't kind of refocus yourself on Sundays and you go into the week feeling unprepared, and you're never going to be as successful as you could be. So
that's a huge shift. I felt a big difference I was never really a huge goal setter. So when we were told, Sunday is a great time to sit and reflect on what you want for your week, I do that now all the time. And I usually just, write 5 things down that I hope to accomplish in that week. And there's weeks that I've crossed everyone off the list, and it's pretty awesome. There's other weeks where I maybe only got 1, but it just keeps you on track.
Okay, guys. So who has questions for us? You can feel free to unmute yourself and ask, or if you're not comfortable, you can just write it in the chat and we'll answer questions for you guys. We have about 10 minutes left. We don't want to keep you too long tonight.
There's some about Super Saturday. You just have to go on, depending on where you live, there should be a list of locations in your coach online office. And they are held every quarter.
Yes.
Someone else asked how often they're held. Any other questions?
Oh, and when you do find out where the event is for Super Saturday, there should just be a link that you can click on it, and whoever's running it, it'll send you to a link to buy your ticket online. Like for the one that I go to, it's $20, and you just put in your name and your information, and it'll send you your registration via email. Are you talking about posting videos like on your personal wall, Amy? Just in general about Shakeology? Okay, no, I wouldn't recommend just posting videos about Shakeology like that because it can come off as kind of salesy. I typically only send videos if I'm discussing it with someone. Qualify for Success Club for Summit, but I'm on a wait list. Do you know how that works? I'm not too sure how the wait list is going to work for Summit.
I know they'll figure it out. It's like so far off now, like a year. I'm confident to figure out a way to make it work for everybody, because I'm sure the last thing they want is to tell people that they can't go. So I'm sure they'll figure that out. We'll keep you posted if we hear anything on that.
Right. All right. Who else has questions? We're here for you to utilize, guys, so ask questions while you have us. I see somebody raising your hand. Is that Billy? Go ahead, Billy. You can unmute yourself if you want. Or are you just saying hi? Thank you, JC. Oh, well, hi, son.
Oh, hi.
Okay, do you guys have any questions about the vital behaviors? I see Jamie, your hand's up. Or no? I don't know. I can't tell. Jamie, if you have a question, you can unmute and ask your question.
No, I was blocking the screen because my boyfriend's walking around.
Oh.
Thanks. No questions.
I have a question.
Okay.
I haven't had a hard time actually reaching Success Club every month, but I'm having a hard time reaching Emerald status. So I'm actually, doing really well. I'm running my own challenge group with my sponsor, running a free challenge group, but I just can't make that transition to getting people to sign up as coaches. So I just was wondering if you guys had any advice or if you've gone through that at all when you first started.
Okay, when you're signing people up, how are you typically signing them up? Are they buying just the workout or just Shakeology, not challenge packs?
No, typically they're buying challenge packs. So I very rarely just sell Shakeology by itself. Okay. And pretty much 21 Day Fix has been my go-to challenge pack because it's what I've personally had success with.
Right.
And that's a great program. It's nice and quick, and it's definitely, I feel like everyone should do that before they do anyone else. It just teaches you so much. So definitely leverage 21 Day Fix. It's huge.
So when they're signing up with challenge groups, are they just not signing up as discount coaches? They're just buying it and that's it for the month? They're not getting put on auto order?
Yeah, they're just buying. Well, actually, they're getting, because there's a way to sign up when you buy a challenge pack is on Home Direct. So that's basically what they're doing is they're signing up for a challenge pack with the
So they are on Home Direct?
Most of them are doing home direct, yeah.
Okay, then you should, how many
Which is why it's not
people?
making any sense to me to not sign up as a
Okay, well then what I'm guessing your problem is that you need to go in and you need to set your preferred placement, because to hit Emerald, you only need 2 people. You need one on your left leg and you need one on your right. So if you haven't gone in and switched which leg you're signing someone up on, then you're not going to hit Emerald. But if you go in, like say you sign one person up, you have to go in your coach online office and you click on business, and you're going to click on my preferred placement. And then you're going to select if you want them on your left or your right. And I typically go in after I sign someone up and I just automatically switch it, so that when I go to sign the next person up, that I already know that they're going exactly where I want them to go.
But that's only if they sign up as a coach though, right?
Yes.
That's the problem that I'm having. They're just signing up for challenge packs, not. And I've brought up the option, and a lot of them are very resistant to joining. I don't know why.
No, it's hard, and I think it's scary. It can be scary for people because the second you say, "Oh, I need your social security number," there are people who get nervous about that.
Yeah.
So what I say, and what I think helps, is you build the trust for people. So I tell everybody, I have my mom signed up as a discount coach. I have my husband signed up as a discount coach, my sister, my aunt, my best friend, because that's the truth. Everybody that I sign up that's close to me, I sign up as a discount coach, because it's saving them like $20 every month. And most people who buy a program are going to want to buy something else down the road, so it will save them 25% on that later. So I leave it like that for them and open it up like that.
Yeah, I do the same. I really don't give them much of an option to not do so, because I just explain that in the event they decide, they'd like, if they have friends or family that are interested, that if they find 3 people, they'll already have that ability by signing up that way as a discount coach. They don't have to do anything as a discount coach. They don't have to run the business. It's just like signing up as a customer, but they do have that ability that if they find friends or family that they want to sign up, that if they put 3 of them under them, they'll get their Shakeology paid for. And that works for me every time, because anybody would want that, Yeah.
And I did the same thing when I first started. I just kept signing up customers. I didn't really know how to approach it in the business way. Yeah. And I regretted it because there was a couple of them who are now, like, they have to go through the process of switching from a customer to a coach, where if you just sign people up on the get-go as a coach, when they decide they want to do the business, then they're already set up to do it. And it makes it much easier to just lead them right in and be like, you're signed up already. Now you can go and tell those 4 people about the 21-day fix, and we can throw them in the next challenge group together. Just eliminates that step. Right. So approach it like that. And I also will tell people that I'll sign you up. I'll give me your information and I'll sign you up. And that sometimes makes it a little less, stressful for them when they see all of this that they have to do. You say, just send me your information and I'd be happy to sign you up and get you all set. Okay. That's another thing that seems to work.
I don't know what the Fonty name is. I don't know if that's but that's a good thing to mention, to bring up the discount on the monthly Shakeology, because that's huge. They're saving over $20 a month by signing up that way. And the best way to explain to them is that there's no risk. It's a bottom of the bag money back guarantee. Mm-hmm. If they don't see or feel a difference after a month, even if the bag is completely empty, they can call and get a refund. So there's no risk in signing up that way. And 99% of the time, after people see how they feel, they don't want to return it. They want to keep getting it, and they're happy that they're on auto order at the discounted price.
Yep.
Thanks, guys.
No problem. You'll get to Emerald in no time.
And if you have any questions about your placement, I know that's kind of confusing. That's one thing that's not really gone over. You can just ask in the page and we'll show you how to.
It is confusing.
It's very simple once you do it the first time.
Anybody else?
Oh, I'll show you something that I do. This is because on your Coach Online office, you can look at your your genealogy or your downline or how people are placed underneath you, it can be kind of confusing looking at it that way. So I go in and I look at my sponsorship drill down and I look who's on my left and who's on my right. And I write up this, I don't know if you guys can see this little sheet, and I write all the people on my left and all the people on my right. And whenever I sign somebody new up, I go to my wall and I add them. That way I know who's where, and that way I know where to sign the person up next instead of having to go into my Coach Online office and look every single time. And it just makes it a lot easier.
That's a good idea. I'm going to do that.
Okay, well, if you guys don't have any more questions, we're just going to share a little inspiration with you guys, and then we're going to end for the night. So I just saw this actually right before I got on, and it said, always do your best. What you plant now will harvest later. And that's so true in this business, because right now it may seem like what you're doing is tedious and it's pointless and you're not really seeing much come of it. But if you're consistent, that is how you build this business. And every top coach in the company will tell you, if you stay consistent with your posting, with your forming, with adding to your network, you're going to see that happen over time. And it's just like what you're learning in the compound effect. And commitment is doing the thing you said you were going to do long after the mood you set it in has left you. And for me, that's huge, because I get all hyped up and I get in these moods and I want to take over the world, and then I have a stressful day or something happens, and you just kind of have to hold on to that feeling, and you have to hold on to your why of why you're doing this. So when you have hard days, you still do the things you need to do, and you focus on the bigger picture. So dreams don't work unless you do.
Love that.
Yeah.
All right, so I just wanted to share, we when we were at Summit, Diana Nyad spoke. She's the swimmer who swam, how many miles was it? It's like ridiculous. I don't even remember.
From Cuba to Florida. She's the only
to Florida.
person who's ever swam that far without a shark tank.
Yeah, crazy, amazing. And she was so inspiring. Her story was just awesome. And it was just about, you're never too old to follow your dreams and just to be passionate. And she said this one phrase that really stuck with me. It was, be a fanatic, because it's the fanatics who get ahead in life. And it really made me think, like, that's true in this business. You don't want to be like a crazy beach body person and look like a billboard on your Facebook wall. But you also want to be passionate about what you share. And you want people to know that you're proud to share these products and that you believe in them. And if you're all humdrum about it, like, oh yeah, you should try Shakeology, it's great, no one's going to want to try it. But if you are passionate about it and excited about it, then they will want to try it. If you tell them how great you feel, they will want to try it. If you're all pumped up because you just killed your T25 workout, they're going to want to know what you're doing, and they're going to want to try it too. So be a fanatic in all parts of your life. And that's when people will just come to you. You'll draw them to you. That really stuck with me. I'm going to start being a fanatic.
Karen, and I remember, I don't know if you remember at the end of Shay talking, she said, to be you, to care, to believe in the product, and to share what you love.
Mm-hmm. That's so true.
Yeah.
So true.
So I hope you guys got some information tonight that will be useful for you. And remember, if you have questions, post them in the group. We'll do our best to get them answered. And if you have any issues finding out about Super Saturday, let us know. We want you guys to be there. You need to be at these things. But have a great night. Thanks for getting on, guys.
Thanks, guys. Bye.